health solutions. All right. Or in fact, if you've been following any other trainings or sharings from AIA, you know that all this while we've been talking about total health solutions. Right. And for those of you who have attended the Jumpstart session this month, right, the Jumpstart August, you know that in when we talk about total health solutions, okay, one of the competitive advantage to us as the AIA life planners are included AIA Vitality, right? AI Vitality that is providing our customer all sorts of different benefits to create our customer engagement and satisfactions. Another competitive advantage that we have, right, is that the added value of the AI of the Vitality related benefits in our product and solutions. Okay, so that is mainly on live well and also the protect well. All right. So can anybody write down in the chat box? You write down live well, protect well, and also get well. All right. So because today's session, we are going to also share with you another competitive advantage that we have with our total health solution, which is the third pillar, which is the get well, okay, of total health solution. I'm sure a lot of us, okay, especially when you are new agents, you have minimum or limited knowledge about what does this PMCM do for our customer. What is the added value? Is it just another second medical opinion, or is it more than that? How can this become another selling point in your presentation? So here we are today. We have actually invited Miss Ao, all right, a business development manager from the Teladoc Health of the Southeast Asia divisions. So today, as we are inviting Miss Ao here to actually share with us the added value of a personal medical case management with Teladoc, all right, do write down your notes and also ask questions if needed. Okay, and pay attention to how you can actually use what you learned today as part of the selling point in your presentation. All right, so with that, Miss Ao, I would like to pass over the floor to you.
Thank you. So first of all, let me share my screen. Yeah. Okay, let me know if you can see my screen now.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, good, thanks. Good morning, AIA. We are glad to be invited today to introduce you about personal medical case management, PMCM service. So today we'll go through everything about PMCM, 4W and 1H. What is PMCM? When should your customer use PMCM? Why should your customer use it? Who is eligible and how to enroll into PMCM? Okay, so before we get started, as just now the MC said, if you have any questions throughout the presentation, feel free to drop us a question in the Q&A session and I will answer your questions at the end of the presentation. Before we get started, just a brief introduction about Teladoc Health. We are the global leader in virtual care industry with more than 23 years of experience. Our global expert network is very huge. We have more than 50,000 global experts around the world. Usually they are from US, UK, or Europe, and covering 450 plus subspecialties, meaning that other than the orthopedics, we probably break down into which part of the body orthopedics. And our customer satisfaction level is very high. We are the only one who won the JD Power twice, meaning that we rank the highest customer service in this industry. We are making a global impact on the health across the world. So these are all our operating centers. We have more than 25 operating centers now, and Kuala Lumpur is one of the operating centers. We support all the local languages as well. So we have currently we have more than 40 plus local languages. So first question, what is personal medical case management, PMCM? PMCM is an end-to-end case management which takes care of your customer journey along the entire medical. Okay, it can be breaks down into 4 parts. The first one is expert medical opinion, which we usually known as EMO, or some others will usually call it as medical second opinion. The second one is medical concierge. Third one is monitoring, and fourth one is ongoing support. And all these parts are actually orchestrated by someone called Vision Case Manager. This Vision Case Manager is, we usually call it PCM. He or she is our very senior local licensed doctor. So we will zoom into the first part first, then I will brief you the few parts later. Okay. So as I said, the PCM are our Malaysian licensed doctor. They are all clinically active in Malaysia with more than 10 years of clinical experience. This means a lot to your customers because with the experience and they are clinically active, they have the medical knowledge up to date, and they can always ask the right questions to the patients to understand their medical history and collect the right medical reports. And they are all well trained in virtual patient communications. So for the expert medical opinion, EMO, so after the enrollment, our Vision Case Manager will be assigned to your customers within 24 business hours. Okay. Our Vision Case Manager will call your customer via phone, understand the medical history, like all the medical reports, and then they will come up with a clinical summary and pass it to our care coordination team. So our team will review the condition and then match the right expert to review your customer case. So all these cases are passed through our global experts around the world. So there are two doctors here. The first one is the local doctors, and the second one is the global experts around the world. They are also our doctors. I will brief you in details later. After our global experts review, we will deliver something called final report, which we usually call written professional medical report, which will be passed to your customers and then explained in detail by Vision Case Managers. Okay. And all this process will be guided by our Vision Case Manager. And when we pass the medical information to our experts, we will protect your customers' sensitive information. We will only say that, this is age 30 years old, let's say, and then what is the gender, male or female, and race if necessary. So we will say it's a Chinese, Indian, or Malay, something like that. And this final report will be delivered within 7 to 10 working days. Okay, if translation is needed, extra 3 working days will be needed. So the global experts, we have a long list to select the global experts. So all these experts are usually academic affiliated, meaning that they are the professors in the universities, and they often publish the academic research paper. Since they are the doctors, so they are always adhere to the international medical guidelines. And the recommendations or the review provided by them cannot be easily Googled online. So it's very meaningful to your customers. And here is a snapshot of the final written report from the expert. As you can see here, there's a cover page. The second page, we will include the clinical summary for your customers, as well as the experts' CVs. So you will know, and you and your customers will know who are these experts from. They are usually from UK, US, or Europe, and some of them are based in Asia. In this report, we will also include your customers' questions to the experts. Okay. Our Vision Case Manager will help your customers to ask the right questions to the experts. Imagine there's one single question, but a few experts answer the same questions based on their experience and based on their specialties. So it's very meaningful to your customers. And do note that we do not limit the number of experts. The number of experts is subject to the clinical complexity. If the case is very complicated, we may engage more than 2 or 3 experts in the single case. We also include the references that the experts use in the summary. So this report is very comprehensive and it is self-explanatory. Our Vision Case Manager will explain in detail to your customers so that they can bring this report to discuss with their treating doctors. Do know that this report is like medical advice to your customers. In the end, we help them to make their informed decision to proceed to the next steps. After the first part, which is the expert medical opinion, and we will validate the diagnosis of the critical medical condition and then confirm the treatment plans. After that, the next few parts are the unique selling point for this PMCM. This is the only service in Malaysia which offer more services beyond EMO. Okay, so if your customers find that, okay, I want to change the treating doctor, they can come back to us and we will navigate them to the right doctor. Do know that we always select the right doctor, not the right hospitals. And all these doctors are selected based on AIA panel listing, so you don't need to worry about that. And after that, our patient case manager will also monitor throughout the medical journey and then clear their questions along the treatment. We will provide the ongoing support until they recover. Okay. We also will check proactively to see if any assistance is needed. We will only close or complete the case when your customer asks us to do so. So it's very meaningful and helpful to your customers or even yourself to enroll in this end-to-end case management PMCM service. We'll talk about when should your customer use PMCM. When they are facing with critical medical decisions. For example, your customers go through the recent health check, like annual health check. So he or she is, all this while has been very, very healthy. But after the medical health check, accidentally found out that there's like some sort of tumor or cyst in the body and not sure what to do. So he or she must be wondering, what is the best treatment plan for me for now? Do I need to go for surgery? So if I go for surgery, what are the subsequent side effects? And how about my family? What should I do that? Will I pass this disease to my children, etc., etc.? There are lots of questions and they will be loaded with the burden of concerns. If currently they already have some existing conditions, they might be wondering, how should I monitor it on an ongoing basis? They can also come to us if they have like all these different kind of questions. This is a detailed list of the covered medical conditions. You may take a snapshot if you want to. Okay. Towards the end of the presentation, I will also have a QR code for you to download all this information, including the slides. So yeah, feel free to wait until the slide, or if you want to take a picture now, also okay. So this is the list of all the covered medical conditions. As you can see here, it's not only a whole bunch of lists. So the top case specialties that we usually receive for PMCM are cancer, endocrine diseases, orthopedics, cardiologies, obesity sometimes we have, and we also have dermatology like allergies. Your customers can also come to us. We are covering a lot more of medical conditions. So all these medical conditions are covered except the one listed here. These are the exclusion lists. Do know that we do not cover all the medical emergencies like accidents or ICU because it do requires some business day, like 7 to 10 business days for us to engage the experts and for our PCM to understand your customer medical history. So this is not suitable. We also do not cover the daily or common health issues like cold, flu, fever, etc. because this is covered under our service. For this, PMCM is only covered those critical medical conditions. We also do not cover the long-term chronic disease management like diabetes, hyperplasia, etc. But do know that any complications of all these chronic diseases shall be covered. And if you are not sure, you can always enroll into our service and let our patient case manager, our doctor, talk to your customers directly to see whether we can proceed to the next step for EMO or even the medical concierge. We also do not cover the mental health conditions like sleeping disorder, anxiety, depression. A few things to highlight here. So to qualify for this service, your customers need to have medical inquiries with at least one specialist before coming to us. Meaning that if they undergo the recent health check, they find that there are some abnormalities in their body, they still need to go for the specialist because we need the specialist to have a face-to-face diagnosis, and our PMCM service is all virtual. We do not do face-to-face or we do not do physical. Okay? And do note that if there's any additional treatments or surgery recommended by our experts, it may be subject to your customers' policies. It may or may not be covered. So it is always good that you can check whether all these treatment plans are recommended by our experts are covered or not by the customer's plans. We always send reminder when your customers request guarantee letter. Okay. And currently, when you request a guarantee letter, you can always go to the AIA Plus app, you previously known as My AIA app. We will send a push notification, something stated that PMCM will help you to support your treatment and recovery journey. And then click the below to give the consent to us and to contact you. So once your customer give us the consent, we will drop them an email regarding all the enrollment details and a brief introduction about PMCM. And they will also receive a call from this number 03-3099-7919 to tell them that, oh, we have dropped an email, please check your email regarding this PMCM. So this is a good reminder for your customer to remind that this PMCM service is available for them. At the same time, we will also drop you a notification in your app to inform you that your customers with this policy number is eligible for PMCM. So it's also a good reminder for you to proactively engage your customer that, oh, hey, this PMCM is good for you. So you may want to check it out and you may want to enroll it to help you to navigate your healthcare journey. At the same time, you also drop your customers an SMS regarding this. Okay. The next question is, why should your customer use PMCM? Okay. We have served a lot of customers with this PMCM, and most of the time, I can say 99% of the time, we help them to move forward their life with confidence, which can help them to live healthier, longer, and better lives. Because with our experts' recommendations and recommendations based on their experience, they can provide the in-depth review and advice to your customers, which is very meaningful. And as I said, it's not easily can be Googled, and it's very personalized service. So it is not something that you can Google. It's very on a very generalized medical condition, but based on your customer specific medical conditions with all the complications, let's say your customers have more than one diseases, so we may engage more than few experts in the same report, in the same case, and we will also identify the best treating doctors for your customers to give them the proper guidance and guide them to a better, healthier life. Based on our experience here in Tela.Health, as per medical opinion, actually successfully adjusted the diagnosis by 40%. Okay. And out of that, the treatment plans, we successfully optimized by 70%. Out of this treatment plan of 70%, usually 40% of surgery got avoided, meaning that the surgery, the side effects, risks, and complications can be avoided as well. As we all know here, in this region, Malaysia, is usually overtreatment is very common. So this expert medical opinion will help to reduce the overtreatment, which is also good to your patient itself. And I will show you the case studies at the end of the presentation to let you understand further about this impact which can be bring to your customers. Question that is, who is eligible for PMCM? So we often got to ask, like, who is eligible for this PMCM? Are all my customers eligible? The answer is no. Okay, as listed here, this PMCM benefit is only embedded in certain products in AIA, like A Plus Medcare, CI Protect, A Plus Health Booster, ALBCC, Airline Beyond Critical Care, A Plus CI Guard, Medcare I, Total Health, and also CI Booster I. So this benefit is already embedded in your policies, meaning that it's free for your customers, and they do not need to pay additional for this service. And your customers have unlimited access to the service as long as their policy is enforced. You might be wondering, if my customers do not have all these policies listed here, what can I do? I'm sorry, we will not engage. We cannot take your customers if they do not have any policies listed here. Okay, and we also do not do B2C directly, meaning that we do not sell this PMCM service directly to the customers. So we only do B2B, meaning that if your customer is AIA customers and they have all these plans, we can help them to go through the PMCM service. So other than agency channel, we also offer some other products that have this PMCM benefit under AIA, but I will not mention it here. Okay. So the key questions, which is also the most important questions: how to enroll into PMCM. This is probably a good slide for you to take a picture, and it's a very, very good summary of all the things that I have shared just now. So first, your customers need to enroll if they need our service. Let me repeat, if only they need our service or they need our advice, they enroll in this portal, or they fill in the enrollment form and then send us an email. So there are two ways to enroll, either via portal or email. Okay, this is the QR code for the portal. I will brief you a little bit more details regarding the portal later. Okay, so don't worry about that. And the third one, the care line. The care line is actually for eligibility checking only. Or if you have any questions regarding PMCM, you can call this number. Our service hour is Monday to Sunday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., excluding public holidays, and we support all the local languages. Do note that we will not help the customers or help your customers or help you to enroll into PMCM service, because we need your customers and you to read through all the terms and conditions that we have for PMCM. Okay, which is a very long list. So the care line is for eligibility checking only. So after we receive the enrollment, we will confirm that your customers is eligible for this service. Then after that, we will assign a patient case manager, which is the local doctor, to contact the customers within 24 business hours, right after we confirm the eligibility. And the rest I will just go through very quick, since I have already briefed in details earlier. Okay. Then our patient case manager will collect the medical information and reports from your customers, and then we will identify the suitable global experts to review the case. Experts review, we will provide a final report which will be sent to your customers, and our patient case manager will explain the report in detail to your customers. Our patient case manager will also help your customers to ask the right questions to the experts. Then, patient case manager will also recommend treatment options and help the customers to make objective treatment decisions for themselves. So we will analyze the pros and cons of all the treatment plans and let them know that what are the benefits and what are the disadvantages to go for all these treatment options. After that, if necessary, we will help your customers to make referrals and appointments with the right treating doctors. Then we will monitor the progress and then provide the guidance as well as answer your customers' questions along the journey. Okay, I will pick a pause here for you to take a picture before I move on to the next slide regarding enrollment portal guide. And this is the enrollment portal guide. So this is the QR code. So you can scan the QR code or just select the link here. After you scan that, you will see this page. So this is like a web-based, or you do not need to necessarily, we do not have an app for this. So you do not need to install additional app to just enroll in this enrollment, to just enroll into PMCM service, which is very convenient. And nowadays, well, we have our phone have a lot of useless app. Okay, so we don't do that. So after scanning this QR code, you will see this page. And just this is just a brief introduction to say that this PMCM is only available for certain plans for AIA customers. And click I got it. And after that, if you wish to find out more about PMCM, you can select the 3 dot at the top right corner for more information. Insert the mobile number to receive an OTP. So we will send the verification code from SMS, and it is valid for 5 minutes only. If you do not receive it, or the SMS has been expired, the code has been expired, you can always click resend again to receive the code. You will see this page. This is the welcome page, which is also like the home page. So you can see 4 buttons here. The first one is PMCM, followed by FAQ, service hours, as well as service hotline. So click the first button, PMCM, if you would like to go for enrollment. After that, you can see this page, which is the service agreement, is which I say it is very long. So make sure you read through all of them and click I have read and agree with all the terms and conditions of PMCM service, or else you cannot proceed to the enrollment. After you read through, click check this and then click next. Fill in the details. Okay, just fill in the name, date of birth, gender, policy number, as well as the IC number. Do note that all these name and IC number need to be same as the AIA policies. If your customers are enrolled this service for their children meaning that they are not legal yet, so they are not legal yet. So they can select no, then fill in all the details as listed here. And then provide us a brief description of the medical diagnosis or support you require from us. Okay. There's also something here that if you authorize us to share your data with AIA, you can select this, or you can uncheck this. After that, in just simple a few clicks, they can just enroll into our PMCM service, which is very easy and convenient for your customers. And upon confirm your eligibility, our patient case manager will contact you. So other than this enrollment, we also have some other info on the welcome page. As I said, you can see the FAQ here as well in the second button, and our service hours as well as our service hotline. This is the other info where I need all of you to probably pick out your phone to scan here to download the files now, as the link will be expired in 6 days. So after you scan this, you will get all these available resources for you. The brochures, which explain the PMCM in detail, the FAQ, which you can also find in the portal that I shared with you just now, and the list of eligible medical conditions, which is in a one-page PDF, is easier for you. And enrollment form, if your customers or you prefer to enroll via the traditional way, you can fill in the enrollment form and email us after filling in. But we all encourage you to go to the portal, since it's very easy for all of you. Okay, and we also have a video and website where I will show the video at the end of the presentation later. This AI website is just the THS, Total Health Solution AI website. You can easily Google and you can find some information on there as well. I will pause this slide for a few seconds before I move on for you to have enough time to scan this QR code to download the file now. Okay. And if your phone is not available or not beside you, I believe agency team will also share you the slides and the link right after this presentation. So I would like to share you 2 case studies to let you understand the impact to the patients. This first case study is regarding a 51-year-old lady who was very healthy and she never smoked in her life. But recently she went through the health check and she found that there is a very small lung nodule on her left lung. And she was recommended to go for surgery on the nodule. She was not sure like whether more extreme treatment plans is needed, so she enrolled into our service to ask for our expert opinion. So in this case, we engage with two experts. One is the surgeon, another one is the pulmonologist. And both experts actually recommend that this lung nodule is asymptomatic and this is small in size. So in that case, the recommendations is to monitor it on in 6 to 12 months. And the recommendations is do not do any intervention at this time. But advice is also given if in the future, this lady found out that this lung nodule become bigger or change in the component or become solid, the recommendations would be go for surgery at that time, but not now. So the patient was very appreciative with the expert's recommendations because, as I said, she has been concerned whether a more aggressive measure was necessary for her. So she moved on with her life without surgery and then continue monitoring the lung nodule. In this case, we help this lady to avoid the surgery and the unnecessary side impacts of the surgery. Next case is regarding the medical concierge, which I say is the unique selling point for you all here to your customers. So this case is regarding a 35-year-old lady who got diagnosed with a choroid melanoma, which is a very risky tumor that can cause blindness. This patient specifically requested a Cleveland Clinic for treatment. So in this case, we engaged two ophthalmologists from US and UK. Both experts actually recommended a few treatment options for this lady, but both favor the surgery with proton beam therapy, which is not the treatment plans in this Cleveland clinic, because this proton beam therapy is better for this lady with her conditions. So actually, we suggested three options. Given the patient preference, we also include this Cleveland Clinic in the list. But our patient case manager helped to analyze the pros and cons of all the therapies and all the treatment plans. And this patient actually selected the Royal Liverpool Hospitals with proton beam radiotherapy, which was recommended by the experts. And she was extremely satisfied with the arrangement and treatment plans. And she's now fully recovered. And throughout this case, our patient case manager guide these patients until she's recovery, which is around 6 months after the treatment. So in this case, we help the patient to not only to validate the diagnosis, confirm the right treatment plans, and also help her to make the right medical concierge and go for the right therapy for herself. Okay. And here are some of the positive feedback that we have collected from all our customers in the past. As you can see, some of them here are usually saying that our service is very good, and this service helped them to clear all the doubts that they have after they are diagnosed with some of the critical medical conditions, and this service helped them to make informed decisions for themselves. And most of the doctors usually know Teladoc Health from the report that we given or passed to our customers. So, and this report is very self-explanatory because it's all with all the global experts recommendations, with all the credentials and the CVs of the experts. It is very meaningful to the patients as well as to the patient's family to move forward with their life and give them peace of mind. So before ending, I would like to play a video regarding PMCM. So this video is a good summary of all the things that I have shared earlier.
Hi, Miss Al. Maybe you want to try reshare the slides again. So because at the moment we can't hear the audio.
Oh, okay, sure,
Yeah,
sure, sure.
you can try reshare again.
Yep, yep, yep. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me know.
Your diagnosis and treatment options to better understand.
Wait, let me try again, yeah? Okay, share, share.
Yeah. Just make sure you have turn on the toggle for the share computer sound.
Oh, yes, I do. So you still cannot hear the sound?
Yeah, I can't hear, but just now I did. I did hear the audio, but right now can't.
Okay, let me try to reshare again. All right.
Okay.
Okay, sure. I'm going to play the video again, so feel free to stop me if you cannot hear the video again, okay?
Sure.
Life can be very unpredictable, more so when we're faced with unexpected medical conditions. In times like these, we often feel uncertain and anxious about the best course of action to recover. Fret not, Teladoc Health is here to give you peace of mind. With Teladoc Health's personal medical case management team, you can obtain a second opinion from global experts regarding your diagnosis and treatment options to better understand your medical situation. You do not have to do this alone. Your physician case manager will guide you through your medical journey, from diagnosis to treatment and recovery, being by your side every step of the way. So, how does Teladoc Health work? Aris suffered from sleepless nights due to a persistent backache and visited his family doctor for help. A week later, his backache worsened. He did an X-ray and MRI and was diagnosed with a slipped disc. Aris was advised by his specialist to go for surgery. However, he was worried about post-surgery recovery and implications on his job. Aris was confused and did not know what is best for him. He remembered that he's covered under AIA, which offers personal medical case management services. He called the Teladoc Health hotline and opened a case. A physician case manager called him shortly after. After receiving Aris's medical reports, his case manager compiled a case summary. The best specialists from a network of over 50,000 global experts were identified to review his medical information. The conclusion was that the surgery was not necessary, and physiotherapy will resolve his back pain. Teladoc Health's care coordination team also helped to plan and coordinate his physiotherapy sessions. Aris was happy as he managed to get his life back on track without surgery. When you are unsure and need advice on your medical condition, Teladoc Health is here to help. Teladoc Health has over 20 years of experience providing personal medical case management services With access to over 50,000 global specialists, 800 dedicated health professionals, and over 450 subspecialties. All in all, Teladoc Health, a trusted service provider giving you peace of mind when you need it the most. Speak to our AIA Life Planner or visit aia.com.my to find out more.
That's the end of my presentation. Sorry for the technical error just now. So here are some of the QR codes regarding Teladoc Health, so you feel free to follow if you are interested. So now I will go through the Q&A. I will need to check whether there is any questions in the chat box. Let me go through them. Yes, we can. You can get the slides emailed to you right after this lunchtime. Oh, okay. I saw your reply. Thank you.
Oh, and also you can have a look on the new side, on the new section of the Q&A. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay, first question that I can see here is there any additional charges besides paying the premium for this rider when using the PMCM? So as I said, all the products that have this PMCM service are already embedded in the product premium. Okay, so the customers do not need to pay additional fees to have this service. Public holiday is per Malaysia. Yes, it is. Malaysia public holidays. So does PMCM also cover overseas treatment flight costs? Is it attached in ALL too? So for this, you need to check whether your customers' policies have this PMCM service and also cover the overseas treatment. I know some of the plans do have this overseas treatment flight costs, so do check the policies itself. Then two questions. Okay, first question, is there a maximum days of post-treatment follow-up by PCM? So there is no maximum days of post-treatment follow-up by PCM, but usually we will see the question suddenly goes off. Okay, so there is no like fixed date, but usually our PC right after we deliver the written report, we will usually follow up to the patients after 1 week, or the customers will tell us that when is the best time for us to follow up with them. Can this video be viewed again in YouTube Teladoc? Yes. So in fact, you can find this video under the AIA THS Total Health Solution homepage as well. Okay. Is there any limitations on this PMCM service? No, there is no limitations on this PMCM service. So all the customers have unlimited access to this PMCM service, meaning that if they enroll into PMCM service now, they may use it again few months later, or they may use it again few months later, as long as their policy is enforced. If there is more than 3 months gap, we may ask your customers to fill in the enrollment form again for us to confirm the eligibility again. Okay. There's one question that I missed out earlier. Will expert liaise with recommended hospital treating doctors throughout the hospitalization, treatment, or process? This is a good question. Okay. Do note that our experts will not liaise, or even our PCM, physician case manager, will not liaise with the recommended hospital or treating doctors directly, because we do not want to get into all this conflict. What we do is like a third party, give medical advice to your customers, and then tell them that what is the best for them. And they will be the one to bring our report and discuss with their treating doctors. So we will not involve in the discussion between the hospitals, treating doctors, as well as your customers. Okay. I think that is all the questions. Please let me know if I missed out any of the questions. Oh, there are some more new here. Okay. How about maternity delivery issue? If there is a complication, if there is complication that require this PMCM service, yes, it is. The maternity or delivery issue like obstetric or gynae is covered. So do enroll for your customer for this service as well. Is there have is there have a medical card for sickness? I'm not sure what does this mean, but your medical card is probably called A plus total health, if not mistaken. So but PMCM service is only covered in a rider. So let me show the slide. Yeah. Wait, where's my cursor? This is the one. Okay. So as you can see here, A Plus Medicare is the one who is a rider to be attached to your medical plan, if not mistaken. Or there's something called A Plus Health Booster. So if your customers have these two medical cards, then they are eligible for PMCM service. After register, how long will PMCM contact back? So after registered in our portal or we receive the enrollment form, we will confirm the eligibility first. Usually the eligibility, if there is no issue and we can confirm the eligibility very fast, then our PCM will contact your customers within 24 business hours. Okay, I think that's all the questions. Oh, there's one more. If the treating recommended YB by Teladoc. Yeah, thank you. I cannot understand the questions.
Oh, I think there's one more question. Irene was asking how, let's say we were to engage. I'm not sure whether she is trying to ask register or engage with PMCM, and then how long will PMCM contact back?
Okay, so let me flip the very short summary again. Yeah. Okay, so this is a good summary slide, as I said. So the question is how long this whole thing will take, right? So once enrolled, like let's say you enroll into our service today, we will confirm the service eligibility check normally within few hours. But if we cannot confirm your customer eligibility, we will drop an email through AIA customer center to us. But usually we can receive the reply very fast within few hours. Then the physician case manager will assign within 24 business hours to understand all the medical conditions. And this is the tricky part because sometimes it takes a long time to collect all the relevant medical reports for us to proceed further. So let's say your customers have all these medical reports ready, okay? Then we will once we collect all the necessary information, we will deliver the final report within 7 to 10 business days. So the shortest that we can deliver the whole this journey up to the final report is 7 to business days if there is no delay in the collection of the medical reports. Okay, I hope it's clear. Okay, how to register for this service? So as you can see in this slide, you can either register via portal, scan the QR code here, or download the enrollment form. I will also flip the slide later again for you to download the enrollment form and email us. Okay. If the treatment recommended by Teladoc include medicine costs need to pay by the insured person, yes, it is. And it depends on the products that the customers have. So sometimes the policy may cover some part of the medical costs, like surgery, but sometimes it may not be covered. Yes, thank you. What is different? I believe the questions will be, what is the difference between Teladoc and PMCM? So PMCM is a benefit and a service offered for AIA customers, and Teladoc Health, which is us, is the provider of this PMCM. Okay, I saw another question which is already answered. Then the second question will be, how about the charges and what is the requirement? So for this part, I believe you need to check internally. Yeah. How will any overseas treatment be managed if recommended for treatment? So if we recommend any treatments, we usually will refer to the Malaysia first. If this treatment plan is not available in Malaysia, then we will recommend the overseas treatment if necessary, usually Singapore. But you need to check your customer's policy whether it's covered or not, which is the overseas treatment cost. Okay. I hope I do not miss out any of the questions, but let me flip the slide again for you all to download all the forms and all the materials here. And you can scan the QR code now. I'll just wait for a while. If there's no few more questions, then we may dismiss for now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any more questions, let's give it another minute for you to type down in the chat box. If no, we'll probably close off these sections. Don't worry, there will be material that I will be sharing with you all. I'll be showing a slide with a QR code where you can access all of the relevant material for your reference as well.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. Have a good lunch and hope to see you all again in person soon. Thanks.
All right. Thank you very much, Miss Au. Now, I hope we have been able to answer some of your questions. I know not all question has been answered in detail, okay, but I think the bottom line is PMCM is an additional service that we provide for our customer with the purpose of helping them to recover well even after they were diagnosed with illnesses. Okay, so there's a lot of question asking about whether there's any additional charges and fees that will be charged with the service that is provided by PMCN, right? The answer is basically the bottom line is, okay, aside from the premium that you have to pay for the PMCN upon you attach PMCN as part of the rider of your solutions, okay, when you are using the PMCN service, there will be no other additional charges and fee required, okay. And of course, whatever recommendation that the expert has given to your customer, for example, any form of treatments or surgery that the expert happen to give, okay, and if you decide, okay, to actually follow the expert's opinion and to take that particular treatment plan locally, all right, all these so-called treatment will be also depends on whether this existing policy that you have provide coverage for this particular treatment or the particular conditions. Okay, now I'm sure later on as you download the material that I'm going to share later, you will have a much better idea, okay, on what PMCM do for our customer, and I'm sure you will be able to have a clearer pointers in your mind to organize your presentations later on as well. So please go ahead, scan the QR code that you see in front of you. Okay, inside this QR code, there'll be 3 files that you can download from here, which is a PMCM brochure, the PMCM FAQ, frequent asked questions, eligible conditions that is covered under the PMCM. Okay, you can have a look, okay, which is I think of some of the questions that you guys has raised just now, and as well as the PMCM enrollment form also. Okay, so you can download all 4 of this material from here. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time that you've given us in this past 1 hour. And again, I would just like to show my appreciations to Miss Au for coming over here to our platform to share more awareness to you guys about how our PMCM works, and most importantly, how do we position, okay, our get well, okay, part of our total health solutions, right? So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I have nothing much to share here today. Okay, if you have done scanning a QR code and gotten the material that you need, okay, you can just feel free to leave the sessions. Okay, or we'll see you guys, okay, in lunch talk for the coming month of September. Right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I'll be signing out for now.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day, everyone.